And we are back for the third episode of the Vancouver franchise mode. We left off last day, February 24th, a day before the trade deadline. Besser's at 24 goals currently on the season. He's picked up his pace, on pace for roughly 33 goals. But one thing I realized when I went off last day was let's take a look here at the AHL for a second. Not Jay Beagle, but our biggest prospect, Podkolzin. 26 goals in 54 AHL games. He will definitely be ready for the NHL next season. There's a lot of guys that are scoring decent up here. Virtanen, he's really fallen off. But we left off last day just before the trade deadline, and we were thinking about possibly strengthening our bottom six. And I've been thinking as well with Braden Holtby. There's no real need for him to stay here in Vancouver. It's $4.2 million in cap space. Demko is the starter. I think it's time that we use him as a trading asset. And what we're going to do is we're going to enter the trade deadline and just see what players are up for auction, basically. Let's sim to the trade deadline. Currently, I'd say we're a conservative buyer. We're right on that playoff bubble. Let's see if we can do anything here at the trade deadline. So, let's just go to the available players. So we have Fleury. We don't need a goalie, so we'll keep moving. Taylor Hall, we could bring in. And that would cost us our first round draft pick. I do not know if we should really go in on that. Brett Burns, Bufflin, Keith Yandel, Suter, Nick Leddy, Spurgeon, Kudobin, Tatar, Antiranta. Oh, trade. The first trade of the trade deadline. Brett Burns and a third. Merlot. Sorensen to the Hurricanes in exchange for a first. Honka and a third. Fucking hell, that is a massive trade between San Jose and I actually already forgot the other team. Jeez, that's insane. Edler. Okay, we're gonna adjust the trade block here. We're gonna truly adjust the trade block. No, we aren't trading Alex Edler right now. He could technically be moved, but we're just gonna change. We're not gonna change surplus or anything right now, but we will go to not our draft picks. We will go again goalies. Braden Holtby is up on the trade list. I don't really think we have suitable players to trade. I mean, Sutter is on a terrible contract, but he's gone anyway after this season. Left wingers. We'll keep Artechi up there just because he's got a massive contract. He's also got that 1 year left, but we don't really have much. The guy that I'm looking at in the defense, though, is probably going to be Nate Schmidt. Now, you may be wondering why, but he's a two-way guy. We're going to need offense. Schmidt just matches, and if we have guys to... oh, I'm losing my voice. We're going to think about moving Schmidt here. He's on a 5-year contract. Let's think about that in the off episode. And we're just going to leave the rest fine for now. But let's just take a look at the depth here. See if there's any playmaker guy. Denault, he's on that 1 year left, but he's another two-way guy, and I would bring him in, but we already have a lot of two-way guys. And right now, as it stands, Andreas Ananithsu would probably be a good pickup. Minnesota trade a third, Brad Hunt, Ryan Hartman to Nashville in exchange for a third, well, 2/3. Let's just scan through some of the players here. Bobby Ryan could be a guy we go out to pick up. How has Bobby Ryan done? Let's just see what we would have to give up to bring Bobby Ryan in. What's he done so far? 12 goals, 28 assists. He's a third-line scorer. He could play defensively when he needs to. Hamonic, a third and a third for Kashuk, Kajovic, and a fifth. No, we won't do that currently. We don't have the room defensively if we were to put out Schmidt. So, let's just, let's go back. Let's go to Detroit. That is actually a big trade that we can do, as they're 20, 37, and 6, so it makes sense. Actually, who else do they even have here? Who do they have in Detroit? Because we could really bring anybody in from Detroit currently. Anthony Mantha. Power forward Anthony Mantha. Where would he would fit in the bottom 6? That's almost a no guaranteed. Yeah, let's just look at bringing in Bobby Ryan. Well, we don't have too much that we could... Ooh, we could move Schmidt. That's a big contract we let go. Ryan for 1 year. In replace, we would need a depth defenseman realistically here. And we could do that in John Merrill. And if we were really going to try anything here, we can also... This is what I'm thinking. We put Holtby in here, into this deal. Vancouver would have more than 4. Ooh, we'd have to give up another skater. That's why we're gonna just look at who they want first of all. Do we have any guys that they're willing to take these guys, but they're willing to take Louis Eriksson for some reason. Detroit would have too many goalies, so if we just bring a goaltender back, they have a backup that we'd be able to take, Bernier or Christ, Calvin Pickard. How has Pickard done? Are you kidding? It's gonna leave the that's one problem with this game. So I'm gonna have to flick through this really quickly for us now. Okay, let's just go skaters matching block. We go Bobby Ryan, John Merrill, goalies, Calvin Pickard. In return, they receive Braden Holtby. They get Nate Schmidt. And who else was it? I'm already forgetting who else was in this trade. Who else was it? Louis Eriksson. So we dump a massive contract in Louis Eriksson. Where is he? Where's Louis Eriksson? He's a left winger, ain't he? Louis Eriksson. So this is the deal. We unload contracts. It may hurt us with Schmidt going, but we unload contracts for the off season. This is probably a bad trade now, but it will help us in the off season. Will it go through? No. It's that Louis Eriksson contract. If we were to add, actually, let's see if they'll do it if we retain some of Holtby's salary. If we were to retain $600,000 of Holtby's salary, would that help? Still not okay. So we're gonna take the salary away, and we'll add in a 4th for next season. We'll then go back so that we don't have to retain any of Braden Holtby's salary here. Will this go through? No, it will not. What if we trade our 3rd for next season? This is a big let go with the 3rd, but it's the money that we have in return. This will go through. We believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in Detroit. That is probably the only trade we could really make. So now we've got rid of contracts, and the biggest one is Eriksson. I did not think we were ever going to be able to let that one go. I thought that was just going to be money we're going to have to hold on to for a while. But I don't think we have the assets to really make another move, which sucks because we just got so many poor contracts that they have no value. But we bought in a depth scorer. We've added a guy that maybe can change stuff with Edler, because Schmidt and Edler weren't working. We didn't really have the options otherwise. Hamonic kept getting injured. Let's see what we can do with this team now. And we've also gotten rid of Holtby, because, I mean, that was just a goalie contract we didn't need. Anyway, here we go. Done with the deadline. We play Anaheim on the night. Let's just go and edit these lines. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change this. So Horvat goes back up here. Besser. We go Stahl. Pearson gets in here. Bobby Ryan on the right. VC. Gaudette. Hollander. He's going to play bottom time, but I think he gets in on our power play anyway. So that's our... Do we get anything else? We can... No, I think this is probably our best setup currently. And Hamonic. Does Merrill's same fit. We're actually going to fit him in here as Hamonic's still slightly injured. Demko and Calvin Picard. What about the special teams? Can we make any... What if we were to move Stahl so JT plays down? I think that might actually be a better choice for that. Power play's now got a sniper down here. So power play does look a little better. +3 there. -1. What does this do? If we move Hughes down? What if we just get Hughes completely off? John Merrill. If he played, so Tyler Myers, Hamonic. So instead we get Edler in. No, Edler don't really match. We'll keep Edler. I'd rather Edler than Hughes. Anyways, I think that is all the moves we need to make. Bertecci does have to go down to the next line. Just looking, I think we are good. Okay. Now it's the panic button, where will we be able to really make any way out of the hole we're in, because it's 3 points to the good currently, but we've got a lot of divisional games coming up, and we don't want to fall into a hole as we've lost our last 2 against Arizona and the Islanders. Anyway, we will go up to the 12th of December currently. First game against Anaheim, 6-3 win. Game against Colorado, 4-1 win. We will just replace Chatfield. Now game against the Coyotes, 4-1 loss. Replace Beagle. I did not see his injury. We'll move. Oh, we'll just replace. That's a short injury. We are getting an absolute injury bug. The injury bug to both teams currently. 2 losses in a row. Besser's out. This isn't looking good. Besser will be back in time, it seems, for this game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Besser gets back in. Is any other... let's get Pedersen off that. Pedersen does not need to be there. We're going to switch these guys. Does Sutter do any better here? No. Bobby Ryan. Where does Bobby Ryan fit in best even? This is tough. We're going to do this. We're going to put Bobby Ryan down here. This is going to be a very gritty line. Hollander gets more time. Gaudette's a nifty player. We're trying everything now. It's late into the season. We gotta try whatever we can. Plays fucked with Beagle. Beagle gets in. Game against Toronto. 4-1 loss. Okay, Beagle. You gotta be kidding me. 5-3 loss. Oh no, we've 2-0 win. Okay, Gadjovic, he gets back in over Arsenault. This has been a very, very interesting run of games. We have not hit a good bit of play. Beagle gets back into the Utica team. Let's just check out Colson. Colson, 31 goals. Very good in the AHL. We're still in a wild card spot, but teams are catching us. Blues are 2 points back on us now. Whew. This is going to be squeaky bum time here at the remainder of the season. We will go straight up to the 27th, so we have 5 games remaining on the season. We got 2 back-to-backs in here to get these players back in. Who needs replacing? Is it Stevens? No, who's the... There's really no one. Suttner doesn't get in right now, does he? No, okay. We're all good. 4-3 loss to the Rangers. This is not looking good for us. 2-1 shootout loss JT Mill. Okay, we're gonna resort the lines here. We are completely resorting the lines. I do not care. We're gonna go Stahl up on the first line, Pedersen and Horvat on the second. No, we're not. We're gonna go this. Horvat, Ferland, fuck it. Fuck it. We're going for whatever we can. Levy, Edler's gonna have to play some valuable time down there. That top line's good. Demko's not bad. Pickard's fuck all right now. Maybe we actually should have kept Holtby as that solid backup, but oh no. These trades have not looked too good. I'm looking like an absolute idiot right now. 3-1. Coming back. One game with 3-1 win. Herniated disc. Oh no, Merrill's gone basically for the season. He is. June 24th, 2-1 loss. Levy concussion. 5-3 win. We are currently in the playoffs by 4 points over the Chicago Blackhawks. And we are in for a ride. We play the Los Angeles Kings. What can we do? Can we, oh no! Ferland, broken nose! We've got to make some calls. I think I know what we got to do, guys. It's time. We're not bringing up any, we're going to bring up Power Chuck and Vasily Podkolzin. We're getting the youngster in. It's time. We've seen what he did in the AHL. It is absolutely time. Besser, Pedersen, Stahl. These lines are all over the place. McEwen's going to come out. In return, Colson in. You also could see where Colson's going to get right up here. He's getting as much time as we possibly can get that kid. Hollander, Ryan's going to switch in here. Niels Hollander, that's fine. This is going to be a very weird team currently. Okay, this can't happen. This just roster moves. Roussell's going to go down. Best lines here. We gotta go to roster moves. I didn't even realize we had that as our defense. Okay, so we're gonna keep the lines we have forward core wise currently. McEwen will go down though. McEwen and Roussel. And in return, we will just bring up Jordy Ben and Lafferty because we've got to. This is a terrible position we've put ourselves in with injuries, but what can we do? What can we do? Tyler Mott will come out. Rafferty in. And on the other side, Jordy Ben. Substituting all lines. We are in injury territory as it stands. Jet Wu's going up the lineup. Everything has hit the fan on both teams. A 2-1 win over the Kings. I didn't even recognize that before. Time to play against the Dallas Stars. Uh-oh, 2-1 loss. How are we on points? We're 2 points to the good. Game against San Jose. We've really got to pick up at least 4 points here. At least 4 points. Ferland will get back in. We actually really need Ferland back in the lineup. He'll replace Howard Chuck. Ferland goes in here. We're gonna switch Pearson here. Hollander's fine. No, we've got to get some grit going. Hughes, Tyler Myers is having a great season, 12 goals. What can we do? We play San Jose. Can we win? 4-3 loss. We're still in the playoffs. 88 points, tied with the Avalanche. We play the Nashville Predators. Injury bug could kill us here. The injury bug could just kill us. 4-2, we're out of the playoffs. We just got to go for it. Do we make the playoffs in year one? No, we lose to the St. Louis Blues, and we fall out of a playoff spot, and the injuries have hit us with a fucking rock. Besser only 4 goals since the deadline. Man, what a season. That is a tough, tough end. check the stats. Besser finishes 67. Pedersen 66. Horvat 65, 29 goals. Look at the 20 goal scorers. Eric Stahl 57 points. How did he do it here in Vancouver this season? 36 and 54. That's pretty good for Eric Stahl. JT Miller 56 points. Bobby Ryan ended the season with 52, but I mean he had 12 points here, just didn't get the goals going. 39 points Tanner Pearson, 30 points VC, 29 Hollander, Gaudette 26. Tyler Mott 23, Sutter 21, Ferland 19. Maybe I really shouldn't have been playing Ferland for as much. Probably should have had Mott in there. That's my bad. I didn't even realize I was making that mistake. Colson, I mean, it didn't matter at this point. The injury bug had killed us. The injury bug had absolutely killed us. Hughes 63 points. Tyler Myers 36, 12 goals. And in net, Thatcher Demko played great through the season for a goalie with the injuries this team faced. And the rookie skaters, Hollander 29 points. Ulevy had the 7 points, not much, but I mean, as a rookie defenseman, not much you could ask for the guy there. Man, what a rough season. Let's just check the league here. Connor McDavid finishes with 113 points to take the Art Ross, definitely. Wow. Marchand finished with 99. Matthews 98. Matthews really showed back up. He wasn't there when we checked before. And goals, McDavid 55. Patrick Laine 54. Defense right now. Brett Burns ended up having 74, so that was a massive trade. Brett Burns was arguably the best defenseman through the season. 24 goals as well? Jeez. Burns hit another level. And then in net. Let's just look save percentage here. For starters, I wouldn't say Saros was splitting games. For a starter, it was probably Fleury and Gibson. Gibson cooled down a bit near the end. Anaheim went into a squeaky mode at the end of the season. Let's just look at team stats here before we head off into the off season. Not good enough. We didn't score enough around the end of the season. It really dipped off. Vancouver near the later half. Of defense wasn't actually terrible. Like, we're up in the top half of defense. It's just we didn't have the scoring. We needed more scoring. Our power play was poor, but a lot of the teams in the NHL had poor power plays this season. Penalty kills this season in the NHL were incredible. Our home and away record, I don't think we need to look at that anyway. Man, what a sad ending to year one of this franchise mode. Let's check out Utica first. See, they're not even, it doesn't look like they're gonna make the playoffs either. They've actually got a few games left. Let's just let's sim to the end of the season for Utica. And we'll send Colson down after this episode, so if they do get in the playoffs, he can play it. But 7-1 win. Utica might be able to get into the playoffs. 2-1 win, 2-0 win. Utica will go to the playoffs, and we'll send Colson down during the off episode. But that is it for episode 3. The injury bug has laid us out. First round knockout, absolute blow. All the money's on the table, and it just got taken away from us. Anyway, that is the end of episode 3 of our Vancouver franchise mode. I'm pretty sad right now. Like, that was a tough loss at the end of the season. Anyways, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.